Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of the Republic of Kenya, is laying an elaborate strategy with the aim of kicking William Ruto out of Mount Kenya politics. And if you remove Mount Kenya out of Ruto's politics, then it means there's no William Ruto. In short, Uhuru Kenyatta is laying an elaborate strategy of kicking William Ruto out of the presidency. Will he succeed? That is the question that most Kenyans are currently asking. And in the past few weeks, there are certain signs that Uhuru Kenyatta is already initiating these schemes. Number one, yesterday you saw Uhuru Kenyatta and Margaret Kenyatta visiting one of their legacy projects in the mountain, the Kimu Dam. That is one of his projects. And based on the information I'm getting, is that the funds which were meant for that dam for completion has already been diverted. And I'm going to explain to you why that visit to Kimu is also significant. Number two, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga also met with Jubilee leaders from Kambu County. And if you are keen enough, you should have noted that Jubilee Party has actually escalated its activities in Kambu. And Kambu County is turning out to be one of the hostile grounds for William Ruto as we speak.
Wakikumari na mashamba yao tuko pamoja kongo tukikafarimwe tunyitanirire ukisikia mwenye hapo Juja kwa mkule ng'ambo amegongwa mwenzako wakinyolewa nayo utie nini chako maji. Kwa hivyo tusiseme watu wa pale Juja tusiseme ni watu wa Kikumari ati sisi tuko safe. Mugikuyu hati hado safe. Hata wale wenzetu makabila zingine tuko na wao hapa pia hatuko safe kwa sababu hii ni cosmopolitan. Sawa sawa. Tunapenda makabila zote na tunapenda watu wetu na tunasimama na nyinyi kidete na imara. Na nirudia ya mwisho niseme okorotora zijera hadi tuiganire kuote. Hata huko si ugali ni free. Hakuna rent, hakuna nini. Wacha tuchochee sisi zote huko. Na tuseme hii maongo. Mahenima ya turahenyo tu.
Today there were drama in Kambu County. Let me spare that and I'm coming to it shortly. Number three, Uhuru Kenyatta also made public appearance with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka somewhere in Makwiny. Of course, that's also significant because there's the rumor that Uhuru and Raila are planning to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as the Azimio presidential candidate in 2027. So that's also significant. And of course, Uhuru Kenyatta has also reactivated Jubilee activities across the country. You've seen Kanini Kega meeting with Jubilee leaders, Lamu, Mombasa, Kiambu, Muranga, Nyeri, all over. And as a matter of fact, Ruto has also responded by trying to revive the dead camp of Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege. So in this video, I want to reveal to you guys why I personally believe that this time around, Uhuru Kenyatta might actually succeed. Uhuru Kenyatta is planning to do one thing. He's planning to organize a series of political activities in Mount Kenya. And Uhuru Kenyatta is going to do something that he never did with Azimio. He's mobilizing all the leaders who failed to secure seats in the mountain. And he's going to move around with these leaders. And you know why he's doing that? I'm also coming to that. Uhuru Kenyatta is generally taking advantage of two main things currently. Number one, the impact of government policies. William Ruto has decided to implement certain policies which are anti-people. And Kenyans are rebelling. Today alone, in Georgia, in Kiambu, where they're planning some housing project, they wanted to evict and pull down some homes there. Women made noise. and men actually stopped the caterpillar. From moving. I can assure you that incident will be carried to 2027. And I can assure you that is the end of Kenya Kwanza in Kiambu. If elections were to be held today in Kiambu, Kenya Kwanza will not succeed. Uhuru Kenyatta and the team are also taking advantage of the fact that William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza have diverted, I don't know whether it's true or it's propaganda, have actually diverted funds meant for certain projects in the mountain. And that's why I told you I'm coming to it. Yesterday, Uhuru Kenyatta and Margaret Kenyatta, for the first time, Uhuru Kenyatta and Margaret Kenyatta visited Kimu Dam. That is a mega project. Uhuru Kenyatta initiated it. It's supposed to help the people of the mountain. Why do you think Uhuru Kenyatta went there? I was reading somewhere that William Ruto had planned to go and visit, or actually to go and launch the project. So Uhuru Kenyatta went ahead of him to expose the project and also to reveal to the people of the mountain that he began that project, but so far funds are being diverted. So in this video, I want to reveal to you guys why this time around Uhuru Kenyatta is going to defeat Ruto in Mount Kenya. But before you do that, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But before we dive in, also allow me to thank the following people. You are seeing their names on the screen there for the coffee which they sent to me earlier. I'm so grateful because it goes a long way in supporting this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I strongly believe that this time round Uhuru Kenyatta is going to successfully kick William Ruto out of the mountain? The truth is, William Ruto shocked everybody by successfully edging Uhuru Kenyatta out of Mount Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta was voted for by the voters of Mount Kenya 3 times. 2013, 2017, they voted for him twice. And Uhuru Kenyatta was their darling. They used to refer to Uhuru as the anointed one. So how William Ruto managed to convince the mountain to leave Uhuru Kenyatta is something that really needs some study. Most people attribute it to the fact that Uhuru was supporting Raila Odinga. But the truth is, William Ruto came up with an elaborate strategy. So this time round, it is turn. Uhuru Kenyatta is going to kick him out. Why? Number one, as we speak, there is serious division in Kenya Kwanza, in Mount Kenya. 3 camps have already emerged. Of course, Moses Kuria versus Rigathi Gachagua fighting. Ndindi Nyoro, Rigathi Gachagua plotting against each other. There's another camp of UDA, within UDA itself, where people like Wamushomba are trying to rebel. So in short, based on the division in UDA party, each camp will try to undermine the other. I'm sure if there's anything that is going to benefit Moses Kuria in the mountain, politically speaking, there is no way Rigathi Gachagua is going to allow it. Just the same way, there is no way Moses Kuria will allow anything that is going to favor Rigathi Gachagua to happen. So they are going to undermine each other. And that's going to be their downfall. Number 2, the performance of the current leaders, crop of leaders from Mount Kenya is one thing. You know, Mount Kenya has always produced some of the best leaders. Even in 2013, 2017, if you look at the kind of leaders they elected, this time around, these ones are just yes, yes, yes. They can't stand for anything. And because of that, Kenya Kwanza is able to pass certain policies that are hurting the people down there. Why do you think no leader from the mountain is talking against housing levy apart from Wamushomba? it boils down to the caliber. And that's what William Ruto wanted. William Ruto wanted this kind of leaders he can easily manipulate. And the effect or the impact of those leaders is going to hurt Ruto, because most of those leaders have now become very unpopular on the ground. And that's why Uhuru Kenyatta is now reviving the leaders whom they defeated. In fact, sometimes when you sit down and you take the leaders who were defeated in Mount Kenya and the ones who defeated them, you would wonder why that happened. So because of the caliber of leaders who were elected in Mount Kenya, the residents are not happy with most of them. And that's the fact. Number 3, there's this story of funds being diverted. They're being diverted to where? If the funds were meant for projects in Mount Kenya and they're being diverted. And the truth is, most of those projects were initiated with by Uhuru Kenyatta. Someone was telling me that by the time Uhuru Kenyatta was leaving office, he had ensured that even if someone were to win and try to shortchange Mount Kenya, he had strategically allocated funds and initiated projects that were already committed in the budget. So the question is, where are these money being taken to? The truth is, William Ruto is keen on on Western Kenya, and he's also keen on Nyanza and coastal region, because he believes that Mount Kenya might not vote for him the way they did in the last election. But of course, there's also the story that most of these funds are being diverted to Rift Valley. Like, for example, the road in Kisumu here from Mamboleo Junction heading to Miwani was supposed to be constructed. Uhuru had finalized everything. That road was under construction. By now, it should have been completed. I was told they reduced it to 5 kilometers. That 5 kilometers, nothing is happening there. The truth is, the contractor was told to relocate to Kapsabet. Now, those are kind of the stories which are being told in the mountain. They are giving typical cases of projects in Mount Kenya. That is going to affect William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza in a very big way, because Kenyans from those regions are not like, oh, kumbe Uhuru alikuwa mwerevu, kumbe Uhuru did things for us, hatukuwa tumeona. So that's number 3. Number 4, there's also the silent war in Kenya Kwanza, pitting the Kalenjin leaders and the Kikuyu leaders. The truth is, the Kikuyu leaders in Kenya Kwanza believes that they own the government because they delivered the highest number of votes. But of course, William Ruto is a Kalenjin. So the Kalenjin mafia, I once did a video about them here, there are 6 of them, also believe that the government is theirs. So when there's appointment, the Kalenjin nation are given preference. Take the case of energy sector. The Kalenjin nation, most of those sectors were predominantly Kikuyus before. So the Kikuyu who are in Kenya Kwanza and the Kalenjins are fighting silently. And it's going to explode soon. I can't just remember the name. Who was this who was like, why are our people being targeted? The truth is, the reason why Rigathi Gachagua is being seen as the defender of the mountain is because he's been trying to push for certain agendas of the mountain. Why should he push for the agenda of the mountain in a government where there are shareholders? So that war is going to explode, and it's going to be the beginning of the downfall of Kenya Kwanza in Mount Kenya. Number 5, I think the Kenya Kwanza failures. On this, I don't think I need to explain anything. Kenya Kwanza made promises. Some of those promises are yet to be met. Very few of them have been met, and because of that, there's a problem. These guys are facing serious backlash on the ground. The truth is, you promised to offer employment to Kenyans. Today, was it yesterday, when Isaac Mwaura addressed the media over the BBC article, he was very clear that the government of Kenya has created 250,000 jobs. In over 1 year, 250,000 jobs. The question is, how many million jobs have been lost? So it means more people are suffering. And again, if you look at it, they promised to make life better for the mountain, that their problems began and ended with Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is not there, their problems are still the same, persisting. So the truth is, these guys are very bitter, very angry. And of course, lastly, why Uhuru is elected to succeed is because of sympathy. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of the Republic of Kenya. He comes from the mountain. He told these people, do not vote for this guy, vote for Raila. They listened to William Ruto. They never listened to Raila Odinga. So they ended up voting for William Ruto. Now reality is dawning on them that Uhuru Kenyatta told them, warned them. And because of that, we are seeing as a trend in Mount Kenya where people are actually sympathizing, regretting why they did not listen to Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. I don't know what you think. That's my take. But for me, Uhuru Kenyatta's latest moves are definitely going to bear some fruits if he's going to be serious. But of course, in politics, you can't say anything. William Ruto is also not just sitting somewhere. He's also busy monitoring. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.